The state of Texas has the best power grid in the nation, and that's based on reliability and cost. You know, two really great things to rate products by. The United States only has three power grids: Texas, Northeast Mexico, and Northwest Mexico. This information comes straight from the EPA, and depending on who you follow on TikTok, you might think that agency was abolished. When it comes to reliability, Eaton released their Blackout Tracker report for 2018, in which they ranked every U.S. state and their number of blackouts, how long power was out for over a decade. California was ranked number 1 with 4,300 blackouts, which was almost 3 times as many as Texas, who was in second place with 1,600. New York came in at third with 1,500. But when it comes to a state-by-state comparison, you can't say that Texas's power grid is bad because we got second place on states. Because again, there's only 3 power grids. You have to compare Texas's grid to Northeast Mexico or Northwest Mexico, meaning you have to add up all those states for each grid. California alone was 3 times as many blackouts as Texas. And 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th place were all in the other power grid. The Texas power grid is significantly more reliable than the other 2 grids in the United States. Oh, but what about in February when Texas lost power because of the winter storm? Oh, you mean that winter storm that knocked out power in 14 states? So again, the other 2 power grids are not better than Texas. All 3 power grids failed during that winter storm. Yeah, but people died in Texas during that winter storm. Bro, people died in southern Texas all the way to northern Ohio from that winter storm. It was a historically bad winter storm. Yeah, but the wind turbines in Texas froze up because you're on your own private power grid and you don't have the regulations like the other power grids. You mean just like in 2019 when the wind turbines in the Midwest shut down? The Midwest, of course, is on the other power grids. And the reason they shut down is because they automatically shut down when it gets to -20. And the Midwest was experiencing a historic winter storm at the time. And speaking of wind turbines and renewable energy, Texas gets 25% of our power from renewable energy. If Texas was its own country, we would rank 5th in the world on wind turbines. Now then, let's look at the cost of electricity in the U.S. This information comes from the U.S. Energy Information Administration. And if you copy and paste every state's data and take the average of all 3 power grids, Texas is the cheapest. And when you compare our prices from 2020 to 2021, we're getting cheaper. This is us compared to Northwest Mexico, and this is Texas compared to Northwest Mexico power grid. We are again cheaper and the prices are going down into 2021. So the Texas power grid is not only more reliable, but also cheaper than the other 2 power grids. Oh, but what about Texans being told to turn down their AC units this summer? That's no different than California every summer. They're already planning for a bad summer, just like what happens in Arizona.